Hi, everybody. Welcome back for week 4. This week, we're going to be talking about stress relief and ways to manage your stress, whether it be acute or chronic. So everybody gets stressed at some point in their life. And so it not only affects us mentally, but physically as well. So when we're stressed, it can increase our heart rate, our blood pressure, our muscle tension, and our breathing rate. And so we're going to give you some tips today to try to manage some of those factors so that your stress doesn't just affect you in the short term, but in your long-term overall health as well. So especially now during COVID, tensions are high and people are sitting longer. So regular exercise is a great way to help manage that stress and some of the other things that we talked about in previous weeks. So making sure that you get out every day and try to walk for 30 minutes or just, getting up and moving around your house or doing a home exercise or workout are all great ways to relieve stress. So it's been proven that exercise helps release those happy hormones or endorphins in your body. So making sure that you get that exercise will, like I said, not only be good for your mental health, but for your physical health as well.
All right, guys, so the first thing I want to go over today is belly breathing. Belly breathing is a great way to just take a minute and focus on your breath and really get in your own mind and try and release some of that stress that Celeste was just talking about. So you can do this either sitting up on the couch or in a chair, or if you want to, you can also lay down. So what I want you to do is you're going to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and you're going to close your eyes. And when you breathe in, I want you to think about filling that hand that's on your belly with air as much as you can, breathing in through your nose, and then take a big sigh out through your mouth. And you want to release all that air that you filled up in your hand that's sitting on your belly. And like I said, the biggest thing here is just try and close your eyes, relax, and focus on that breathing. Another way you can do it, like I said, is laying down. And if you really want to work on breathing out, you can place a tissue box on your stomach and watch the tissue kind of blow away as you breathe out. Another thing you can do while focusing on your breathing is meditation. Meditation is a great way to just kind of disconnect from the world for a minute and just kind of be in your own mind, which is mindfulness. And that only gets better with practice. Sometimes it's really hard to sit down and just focus on your breath, but the more you do it, the more accustomed you'll get to it and the more stress relief you'll feel. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate how to do the breathing technique laying down with the tissue box that I just mentioned. So like I said, you can get on your couch or your bed and you're going to lay flat on your back and you're going to place that tissue box right on your stomach. And same thing, I'll pull it behind my head too. And so same thing, I want you to think about filling your belly with air so the tissue box is moving upwards as you breathe in. And then nice sigh out through your mouth, blow on that tissue. One more time, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. So like I said, that's just another way you can get the visual of how to do the belly breathing.
So lastly, another thing that you can do for stress relief is to incorporate breathing with a yoga pose or a stretch. So that can help to relieve tension through your muscles and using your breathing. So today I'm going to have Lily demonstrate a cat-cow, which is a yoga pose, and we can incorporate a breathing technique with this. So you can do this on a yoga mat, on the floor, on a couch, or even on your bed, and then we'll show you a seated modification after too. So I'm going to have Lily get on her hands and knees. And I want her to set up with her knees. Actually, Lily, can you scooch back just a few inches? So you can see that she's set up with her knees directly under her hips and her hands directly under her shoulders. This is the starting position. So if I were to put like a dowel across her back, you can see that she's flat in the tabletop position. The first move is for Lily to do a cat, which is where she's going to reach her spine up towards the ceiling, tucking her head under, and she's going to breathe in as much as possible here. When she's filled her belly completely, she's going to switch and go to the alternate position where she rolls her spine down, pulls it down towards the mat, and reaches her head up to the ceiling as she exhales. So let's do that again, Lily. Inhale into a cat, reaching high to the ceiling. Take a second, and then exhale, curling her hips under, reaching her head up towards the sky. So this is a good technique to incorporate both stretching, relieving your muscles, and incorporating your breathing for stress relief. Do as many as you feel comfortable and that feel good. So like we were saying for the last one, there's a modification if you don't feel comfortable getting down to the ground or going on your hands and knees. Here we have Lily seated upright just on a couch or on a chair. She's going to lay her hands on her knees and she's going to do the same motions as she did before. So as Lily inhales, she's going to reach her spine back away from her hands and tuck her chin. Take a second. And then as she exhales, she's going to reach her belly button long in front of her, rounding her back and looking up towards the ceiling. And she can repeat the same motion, inhaling and exhaling.
All right, guys, try all these tips so that you can be as relaxed as Blueberry right here.